breeze and the lull. She could barely sit on her hull. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. Oh yes, we gas tank almost empty, no electricity. The oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa. The Trinidad, in her day of sailing, she was a friend to one and all. She never once ever hesitated to answer all SOS calls. And yes, well, she always did her best to help out those in distress. Now it's so sad to see she's in difficulties. Though she helped cheer, some of them cheer and sarcastically declare, Captain, the ship is sinking.
A pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Another great day in Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. We want to say welcome to the Class in Session program. Your host, Royalty James. I'm here for another evening. Welcome to the persons on my Facebook and YouTube page. We are ready for another conversation. We are ready for another evening. Go ahead and tag somebody. Let somebody know that class is in session.
Money is no problem. Now there's a lot of fingers pointing, suspicion running strong.
So go ahead and share the live. Let them know that we're here for another evening. I know some of you guys would have watched one of the very first podcast. Dr. Mitchell today. Hope many of you guys did enjoy like I did. So while you trickle in, just continue to give you updates as it relates to the events that we will be having. So don't forget tomorrow evening, the zonal meeting that will be taking place at the St. Andrews Anglican Secondary School. Starting time 6:30 p.m. So go and be a part of that zonal meeting. A stalwart of women, accompanied by our esteemed political leader and former Prime Minister, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Claudius Mitchell. So we have Sister Emmeline Paya, Sister Kate Lewis, Sister Lorena Waldron, and Sister Yolanda Hosford. That is going to be there tomorrow evening at the St. Andrews Anglican School.
We don't know. Somebody put an application to the World Bank. Probably we may get some help to do the repairs. We don't know. You tell me what to do.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, just continuing to dive into the information. Yes, we want to remind you guys that on Sunday is one of the biggest events that we're having for our 40 years anniversary. And so this one dives into our young people. So just to give you an update, this is what you will experience.
It's on! St. Patrick's, are you ready to elevate? Elevate! The NNP Youth Arm proudly presents Elevate! Ignite your future as part of our 40th anniversary celebration this Sunday, November 24, 2024. McDonald College. Time 12 noon. Get ready for Teen Splash. Performances by Sakina, the Alpha One Band, and One, Grenada's trending sensation, a sizzling DJ clash, top DJ spinning all day, the sweet vibes of steel band music, a karaoke session for the bold and talented. Plus, connect with fellow young leaders, enjoy amazing food and drink, and join a movement focused on creating opportunities and shaping Grenada's future. Let's make history together. Save the date, this Sunday, 24th November. Elevate 2024, powered by the NNP Youth Arm. Organize your transportation now.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this one is going down this Sunday. So that was just an update as it relates to somebody saying, where was the doc today? I did not see it. The podcast was posted, so I guess I might put it on my page so you guys might be able to get it, right? So it was posted today, and it was his very first podcast, that is. Don't forget, on the 30th of November, the banquet and award ceremony at Pier 57 is going to be happening. On the 1st of December, our massive rally at Boucher-Jou. And then on the 3rd, we do have Green Day. Then what happens, ladies and gentlemen? What will be happening? Let me see my class is paying attention. No, we have the banquet on the 30th. We have mass rally on the 1st of December, and on the 3rd we have Green Day. There is something that is happening immediately thereafter. Anybody can tell? Anybody knows what it is? Anybody can see what it is? Well, ladies and gentlemen, even if you don't want to tell me, I will tell you. Yes. So the executive of the new National Party, on the recommendation of our leader, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Claudius Mitchell, has officially set the date for the party's convention. The convention will be held and take place on Sunday, December 15th. The new National Party executive. Ladies and gentlemen, convention is dated on the 15th. Yes, on the 15th will be the party's convention. Yeah, what? I don't know the date more than me, Papa. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, the party will be having their convention. The convention will be held. The executive will be selecting a leader and other candidates and so on. The where will be updated in days to come. Yes, but however, the present political leader has instructed or would have informed the executive that the convention will be happening. Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this to you. Yeah, now the fact of the matter is, this is not a fight for power. This is not one whereby we are going to have any confusion over this. It is the party's mandate to do so, and so this will be done. Yes, as somebody saying, the most anticipated. Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to be a part of the process. Listen for your leader. There might be somebody that you would prefer or would have preferred, but I want you guys to keep one thing in mind. We are going to remain supporters of the new National Party. Yes, we are going to ensure that the stability of the party rests firmly on whom the executive selects for them to be our political leader and soon to be Prime Minister. Yes, we have to put it that way. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I want to start today's conversation. And now, let us not be baffled by the recent events that we're seeing. I can say to you, and I can firmly say, that the new National Party, zonal meeting, and togetherness and growth have really started touching some serious nerves. Let me see that. The camaraderie, the love, the respect, the honesty, the ability to show maturity, and those zonal meetings that we have been attending and now the information of convention have shown, ladies and gentlemen, that the new National Party rests firmly and steadfastly on a mission to ensure that Grenadians don't make that mistake again. Yes, we have given all, or we have given our all. We have given so much, and I'm proud, ladies and gentlemen, of the new National Party in the past months and weeks. We have shown that level of camaraderie, that level of love, and this togetherness. And let me say to you, he push in a lot of nerves. Yeah? He push in a lot of loves. Yes? Imagine at one point, the biggest bully in Grenada who didn't fear nobody. Yeah? Right now, he have people in the bag, he say. They are calling for all kind of legal action and all kind of thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have touched enough. We have done it, and we have done it successfully. And programs like this and others, the attempt is to shut us up. The attempt is to silence us. Because it's not how we saying what we saying, but it's what we saying. And you know what? They cannot defend the what. So they come into how we're saying it. So when Brother Ziggy is going to put it in the most derogative manner, and then Royalty James comes and he tried to bring it in a more technical sense, and then Brother Sheldon comes and he uses calm and charming voice and he disseminates, and then Brother Pierre uses his intelligence, and Brother Carl Caton uses his ability to come across to the speakers and other listeners. And then you see Sister Jenny comes across with the facts. It's not the how it is being said, ladies and gentlemen. It's what we're saying. And the what is what they cannot defend. What we're saying is what they cannot defend. Because all that we're saying, we're putting it to them. We are saying to you, contradict the facts that we're bringing to the people. Contradict what we're saying. Bring the facts of your administration and government in whom you support, and show me the development within the state within the past 2 years, as we have seen from the new National Party administration former. So when we hit them with those information, and we come on our program and different podcasts, and we say what we say, you see, they have become that old record. Oh, Kid Mitchell want to come back and run Grenada, and Kid Mitchell talk about rescue mission. You see, they are stuck on this, while we are touching on issues of the state and the state spending. Let me give you all a little bit of information that is factual, and I'll say to you guys, it's facts we just deal with. So when we're hitting them with facts. And so I want to give you a little bit of facts that was made public today. And I want you guys to go and find out more about it. The public record in Grenada shows that the ruling Deacon Mitchell's National Democratic Congress administration, for the 5 months period of July to November 2022, spent over $509,000, $571.48 on international travels, while the previous Dr. Mitchell New National Party, which lost in June in 2022 general election, had spent only $610,000, $348.48 for the entire 2019 period. You understand what we're trying to bring to you guys? So what the former administration would have spent in a year in 2019, this administration, ladies and gentlemen, would have climbed into about 87% of the expenditure for international travels. And listen to the word, international travel. And we should not come on our programs and speak to this. We should not come on our programs and let the general public know the facts as it relates to the spending and the state spending. We are going to give you the truth, ladies and gentlemen. And that is what they fear most. This is what they fear most. When you hear of this level of exorbitant spending, and then you try to put into perspective, what has been the outcome of those travels? What has been the success from those travels? What have we seen? Let me tell you something. And even today, myself and a friend was kicking on it. Imagine when Minister Steele was Minister of Health. He made a travel to Africa. And he came back with some kekes. I don't know how many of you guys watch African movie. That little thing that looks like the bike. Remember that travel? And well, most of them might have spoiled now. I am saying that there were times when ministers of government would have traveled on the behalf of the state. And if it means that they have to come back with a mint, we could have seen the mint. Even if the minister suck half on the plane, the next half coming back in Grenada. There was travels and travels with purpose. There were travels, ladies and gentlemen, and there was travels with purpose. Akeke, that is the proper pronunciation. Thank you. They say Akeke is the proper pronunciation. But I'm using the reference to say that ministers, not prime minister, not the prime minister then, ministers traveled and on behalf of the state could have come back to Grenada and say, listen to me, this is what we have. But now you hear they're going, when Mr. Steele, Senator Steele, went and spoke on climate and climate change and climate resilience. Not him, Somebody's calling me in a very bad time. Yeah. Somebody's calling me in a very, very bad time. Whosoever it is you're calling in a bad time, I'm sorry, but I definitely may not be able to take your call. Yes, not now. Maybe I could open the lines a little bit today. Let me see who it was. Yeah, I may have to call back the person. Yes? So, ladies and gentlemen, when persons travel, and let me say to you, the opportunity of traveling before was not gifted to the political leader or prime minister. Many of the events that was happening in terms of travel was being done by ministers for the respective ministry in which they were in charge of. So, what is funny, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. When we look at things that is scratch at the surface, we have a tendency to always believe, and that is one of our problems. And NNP supporters, we need to get out from that. And we're not doing this. Yes, let's stop, look at things and laugh and think it's a joke. When we could see a prime minister make a visit to a country, and on the behalf of the country, he presents a photograph of himself, it is not a laughable matter. Let me say that again. If a political leader and prime minister can leave a country and to gift another country a photograph of himself is not a laughable matter. It shows, ladies and gentlemen, disrespect to state. I didn't mind him handing a picture of a nutmeg or a picture of Grandon's Beach, a picture of Granny Tang. But when a prime minister visits with a delegation or delegates within his ministry, his administration, and he outshines all, and for another country to remember our country, you give a picture of yourself Ladies and gentlemen, that in itself says it all. That in itself says it all. So when we sit back and we look at things like that, and we don't pay attention, we are going to be the ones to remind you of those things. Those things are not laughable. Those things are not laughable. Because it only means that if another country is to remember our country, which is Grenada, they have to look at a photograph of the Prime Minister that was elected in 2022. So that means even if he loses the general election, when he loses the next general election, Cuba going to get the next gift. And let me say to you guys, again, we want to continue employing on this. I see many of you guys go under the press conferences and so on and so forth. And I want all you to go there and listen. Forget the people in the comment section talking about the Keith and the hate Keith. Forget them. Listen to these people. And I'm reading again for those of you who missed it yesterday. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has admitted that the National Disaster Management Agency is not functioning as a statutory body. Although the new legislation to make the agency a statutory body went into effect on the 1st of June 2022. His response, and I quote, "Yes, the legislation was entered. NADMA was not given a budget in 2024 budget because although the legislation was enacted, yes, the operationalizing of NADMA into a statutory body has not in fact commenced. We are hoping to do so in 2025 budget cycle," the Prime Minister said during the news conference on November 19th. Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very serious thing. So it has been over a year and months since this administration legislated NADMA to be a statutory body. And I know I doesn't want to drift too much when it comes to the conversation of statutory body. Ladies and gentlemen, when government statutorize any entity, the importance of them is to able to give any form of new legislation, new mandates, and what is considered to be some form of finances. Yes, subventions. So government is entitled to do a budget for that entity now. Yeah, because they are not statutorized. And government is saying to Grenadians, the Prime Minister said to Grenadians, in a press conference on November 19th, after the legislation came and was made effective on the 1st of June 2023, government has not given $1 to NADMA. Let me tell you guys what could be very, very, very tricky in this scenario. So he admitted that they have not budgeted for NADMA. But we just had a hurricane. And NADMA was operating in different financial agency and different financial prospects. Now the question is, let us hear in the budget whether or not expenditures that will be mentioned in the 2025 budget would mention anything about NADMA and NADMA with expenditures. Listen. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. It is important that we listen. So you have not budgeted. You have not given them subvention. However, NADMA has been in full operation. We just had the passage of a natural disaster when we could check it as 2 now. So my question is, and my question will be, is whether or not in the 2025 budget we would be here expenditures by government that was given to NADMA. Because he stated that although it has been legislated, government did not budget for them in the 2024, which is this year's budget. And you know what is funny, ladies and gentlemen? I tell you guys, watch me. We are living in a time that I say to you, if we don't use our brain, we are going to be caught in a web. So imagine that all this was happening. We had a hurricane. NADMA was on front line. Yes, press briefing and press conferences after press conferences. Not one media personnel other than Sister Linda Stricker yesterday made inquiry as it relates to whether or not government has given any form of financial support to NADMA in all that was being done by NADMA or through NADMA. And you realize what it is? You realize where you're going with that? So all this was happening. All this, ladies and gentlemen, was happening. NADMA being frontlined, and government was not financing the entity or the agency. Government wasn't giving them $1. Government did not budget for them. And however, even if they had lobbied in recent days, yes, for more monies in terms of budget, NADMA name was not called. So we are learning about this more than a year and months after. So June 1st, July, August, September, October, November. So a year and 5 months. The Grenadian people, through the question of a media personnel, we found this out. So government had no time, even after legislating that NADMA is a statutory body, did not find it in their right moral to come to the Grenadian people and say, even if they are operating as a statutory body, government has not been giving them subvention. So ladies and gentlemen, it could mean that a lot of things and a lot of monies could be in NADMA's name, but was never given to NADMA. I don't know if you're understanding where we're going here. So those surprise monies was leaving the treasury in the name of NADMA. When it comes to the CREF insurance money, don't surprise there were checks being written in the name, okay, that is for NADMA, and NADMA never get it. It is probable. What is making it impossible to happen? And as somebody is saying, they're getting it, but it's not being accounted for. I want all you to use all your brain when you hear these people and them talk. So over a year and 5 months, after making an entity a statutory body, you see, you know what is going on there? NADMA is not one of the entities that pulls or gets the opportunity to have funds. So NADMA is a small fry. Yeah? So NADMA doesn't have a means of bringing money into the treasury. When they statutorize it, they may be thought, well, okay, we'll get some. But now they realize, now, but you know where the money is? In the hospital. That is where we will get people to spend money. And so, you hear the talk of statutorization. You would never tell me after they statutarize the hospital, a year and months after, they don't give the hospital $1. Somebody said it was announced in a press conference that NADMA will be in charge of certain expenditures. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what programs like this would do to you. It would keep you informed. It will keep you in the know. Because this is an administration that is not willing to disseminate the information that is relevant to our people unless we get it out of them. And we want to continue to commend Sister Linda Straker on the questions that she posed. Because the question that she posed, sometimes we may believe, okay, that one wasn't relevant, but they are questions that normally gets the answers that we have been looking for. Because we would have never known that. How many of us, before this was being made public by Sister Straker, who knew this? It can't be that the media houses knew, because we just had a natural disaster, and as far as we understand, NADMA was the pinnacle of all that is happening. I read another one, and mind you, I'm reading this from Sister Linda's Straker page. The day I decided, I was going through it, and I see there's a lot of things that we are not getting. She says, and I quote, "The government is clearly aware of the significant cost, damage, and inconvenience that this has caused and will continue to cause. In addition to the ongoing cleanup efforts being undertaken by the Ministry of Infrastructure and the various contractors and cleaning crews and road officers, as well as the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation, and Transformation, we are also going to have to provide things like housing assistance, clothing, food to families who have been impacted by the flood," Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell said during the news conference on November 19th, as he provided the updates on the impact of the excessive rainfall Grenada has been experiencing since November 8th. Yes, and so I want to read this one. Yes, listen to this one carefully. And I tell all you guys, if you guys want to have the information, and if you don't understand it, I'm taking the opportunity now to go through Sister Linda's page, and we're going to break them down for you. Yeah? Because somebody called me today, and let me tell you what drifted me to this. Somebody called me today, and they said, "Listen, I saw something on Sister Linda's page, and I need you to explain it to me." And we were talking. And I myself decided I was going to go through the page. And I realized there's a lot of information there. Yes? Let me read this one. In 2023, foreign direct investment played a dominant role in Grenada's economic landscape. Total FDI generated from projects in implementation accounted to $488,333,227.21 accounted for. 96% of the total capital investment was facilitated during the year. This represents a substantial 55% increase in FDI inflow compared to 2022, reflecting heightened investors' interest and confidence. Key projects under construction during the period including Range Development Grenada Limited, Six Sense Resort, the Juju Des Caribbean Beach Resort project, and Port Louis Entertainment Hub and the Grenadian National Resort. Now let me not go too fast for all you. Now basically, this is what we're reading here as it relates to the investors that have been downpouring finances within our state. Yes, this large-scale development underscores the focus on expanding Grenada's tourism sector. In addition to these construction projects, Grenada's Health System Incorp, a Canadian-based medical call center, commenced operation, further diversifying the FDI portfolio. Extract from the Grenada Investment Development Cooperative 2023 annual report. Note well, stay and don't read so you can become knowledgeable. And when I ask a policymaker a question and you have no idea as to why, your lack of knowledge exposes your ignorance because of your emotional outburst. Now, all that finances that we just got there, and as the excerpt is stating, it is from the Grenada Investment Development. Where is this investment happening? The millions of dollars that have been pushed within the foreign direct investment that plays a dominant role in our state and our state development. We talk about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 to 6 developments within our country. Now, what we are wanting to know is where we are not getting the opportunity, we are not seeing, maybe we're in the wrong side. Because this investment and these investors, where are they investing? I live in the south of the island. So whether or not they might be investing secretively, because my thing is, ladies and gentlemen, and you see, it is funny that these are persons who claim that Dr. Mitchell was keeping Grenadians in a dumb state. Yeah? Because, listen this information, and it's an extract from a particular documentation from government. Let's be honest. How much of the average persons get access to those documentation? How many? But has this administration taken the opportunity to sensitize the general public as it relates to those information? No. As I said, unless a question is not posed, ladies and gentlemen, this is an administration that will continue to keep that level of secrecy, that level of hush your mouth among our people. Who is you to talk? Who is you to say that? Because even if you ask their own pundits and their own supporters, because they don't know, you know. Let's be honest, they don't know. Because if they have this level of information, ladies and gentlemen, they come in and boast about it. They would come and boast, oh, the government get that money in that investment. But they don't know. Because government is not willing to educate and sensitize our public on information of that sort. Because you know why? Persons are going to get the numbers. They go start to put the numbers together. They go start to put the numbers. Hey, all that money. You know how much money I call it? $488 million. And ladies and gentlemen, let's walk around our country. We're baffled. And as to where is this money's spending? Who is inheriting these finances? And then you hear the Minister of Mobilization come on TV and radio station and asking persons to come and volunteer to clean up Grenada. You hear persons asking people to come and volunteer. Persons are doing a farm cleaning brigade and they can't even get paid. They have not received salaries. And this is an administration that come and asking people to volunteer. We have had issues as it relates to school feeding program. Hear the kind of money we call it? And we have issues of that nature here in Grenada. Sad. Sad, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, the biggest issue, well, I guess it's only the public servants I have not heard on that clarion call. Well, I can't say that because we just had a recent strike action by our teachers. But most of the sectors that falls under the present administration, there is always an issue, some conversation about monies and monies not being paid. And then you hear them boast as it relates to monies and finances that they would have collected. I don't want to be the elephant in the room. But you are saying to me that you can get in your different constituencies, your constituency leader, your parliamentary representative can do a nice little assessment, get some able-bodied young men and women and do a nice cleanup campaign and put a little $500 in their pocket, a little $300, as bad as it might be. in their pockets for a little cleanup over the weekend? So leave me child, leave me children, me grandparents, or whoever undone to come and volunteer. And then tomorrow, you go on your boast. You go on your boast and you say, well, look at the amount of money we collect. Look at the amount of money we have. Let me jump into the comment section. Somebody saying to me, this flooding and disaster is God's way of giving Handy and Deacon, C-O-R-N, a chance to give back those monies they have denied the people, a chance to redeem themselves. But no, their greed and arrogance won't allow them that. I like that one. Somebody saying, look royalty. Some government ministers don't know, so how you expect for the public to know? I'm telling you, they don't know. They don't know. Because this to me is a feather in the cap. But I tell you, the scare mainly will be, well, what are you doing with the money? That's what people go ask. Somebody saying, well, where they put in the money because I cannot see where it's spending. That's the question. Somebody said this administration is most concerned about photo shots and that's their main agenda. Sad, but it's true. Right? Somebody saying up to now, no grand implementation of a big project, like some Grenadians don't even have brains. Yes? It sickens me to see this high level of corruption and lack of accountability from this administration. People have questions. People have queries. People are wanting to know. And let me say again, and I like to ensure that I do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not expecting government to come to me or the general public and say, listen to me, this is X and that is $1, so we spend $1 here. We have $5 here. We have $6 here. Understand that press conferences are only being done when issues arise in the state. And that is bad. Because the general public needs to be in the know. Believe it or not. The general public has to know. The general public will want to know. And so if they do want to have information for knowledge's sake, come on, you must equip persons with the knowledge needed. So, ladies and gentlemen, we need to get this right. Yes? We need to get this right. And we need to understand, first and foremost, we cannot continue to allow this administration to do what they're doing. Yes? So, ladies and gentlemen, I did have the opportunity today. I'm going to call one of the persons who are most involved in the upcoming youth event. And so, just for some more information's sake, we want to take the opportunity now to have with us on air hold on, let me just ensure that we're trying to make contact there, but I don't know, something is not working correctly, and so we want to ensure that we fix that before let me just see if the call is coming in. I think one of the issues could be yeah, I think we definitely all right. I think we might have a problem in terms of that. We may not be able to Yeah. All right, so I guess the issue we wouldn't be able to take that phone call because we definitely are having issues in terms of our microphone. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Sister Glenda, I did mention that in the program. So yeah, I did. All right. So somebody saying Handy will not implement anything that would require him to operate honestly. I like that statement. Right? Everything he gets involved in, he must get a pocket or a large percentage of what he's doing. Yes. This guy is a high level, given an office at the highest level in the land. And so, ladies and gentlemen, and his wrath will know no bounds because he thinks he's untouchable. Yes, especially as his boss is boldly defending and protecting him. Yeah, so persons are we're on the same page here. Yeah, we are on the same page. We understand that this is an administration, this is an organization that must put certain things to an end, and we as a people must take into consideration that we can sit by, we definitely can sit by or stand by and allow this to happen. Yes, I'm trying to put on everything here to see if we could try that phone call again. So let me see if I could try now and get through. All right, you're telling me the same thing. I'm also trying to see if I could get persons to call in if they so wish. I'm really trying to work on something here. All right, so that's for the camera, no. That's for the microphone, yes. Microphone for this device is on. All right, so the microphone is definitely on. I have all the permissions on. I don't know why it's not giving me the opportunity to listen. Yeah. I don't know, you're making joke with me today and that. I don't know for whatever reason. Headphone, yes, that is on. That is on. Voice activation is on. I guess we're gonna have to work on it for some other time. All right, let's see. So all this is on. Hello. All this is on. All this is on. For some reason or the other, I'm not getting through with it. Yeah. Connect a microphone to your computer. Yes, that mic that here is here. And let me try something else and see if that works. Definitely is working, but I don't know. I don't know whether or not I'll be able to hear. It's working when I do that. Definitely working when I'm doing that, but I'm not even hearing the radio. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, Fender is working one day. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will not prolong it. It's doing what he want today. Yes. Yes. So we go work on it some other time. Yes. Somebody stating, Tevin just said on a program this morning, the main problem in Karaoke is a lack of manpower. Good night, teacher. Those roadworkers don't get paid as yet. So much fortnight months. I'm telling you, it's amazing how many persons that keep complaining as it relates to not receiving payments. Yes. So I don't, as I said, I don't know where the money is being, I don't know where the money is being circulated, but it's definitely not being circulated in the places that the persons do want it. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of today's program. It also takes us to the end of this week's program. Yes. And so, in the upcoming days, we're going to give you guys some information as it relates to the program. No pay, no power. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want each and every one of you guys to have yourself a wonderful weekend. In the upcoming days, as I said, we do have some information for you guys. And we would continue to disseminate that information that is most important. Have yourself a blessed evening, and have yourself a blessed weekend. You can check the meeting that is on tomorrow in at the St. Andrew's Anglican School, and then on Sunday we're at Elevate. Yes, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there live and in living colors. I want each and every one of you guys to come on out. We can continue to extend how much we want to see our young people and want to engage our young people this Sunday. So, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a wonderful evening. We would see again in the upcoming days. And so, God's blessing to each and every one of you. We will see again. And take care of yourself.
St. Patrick's, are you ready to The countdown is on. St. Patrick's, are you ready to elevate? Elevate. The NNP Youth Arm proudly presents Elevate, Ignite Your Future as part of our 40th anniversary celebration. This Sunday, November 24, 2024. McDonald College. Time, 12 noon. Get ready for Teen Splash. Performances by Sakina, the Alpha One Band, and Gwen.
This is an SOS from the Trinidad. Location 7 miles off the coast of Venezuela. SOS, SOS, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. on it and perish slow. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa. If only there was something I could have done to restore the credibility of this beautiful vessel. Money's no problem. Now there's a lot of fingers pointing, suspicion running strong. Who's to be blamed for all her failures? Who's to be blamed for doing her wrong? Now please